pre-recording?
Check.
Check.
Yep. Check 1, 2. We're up and rolling.
First,
It's very quiet down here. It's a good spot. It's much
well, we
like
don't
if we wanted noise in the background,
Yeah.
then we would go to Scotty's.
Yes.
But if we want quiet, it's pretty good down here.
That's not bad. Well, your place is fine as well.
Yeah.
Although we had Winston snoring, which was rather enjoyable.
Yeah. He was snoring.
Sadly,
bit.
my dog sleeps quite a bit, but
Doesn't snore.
Doesn't snore.
Doesn't
yet.
have sleep apnea.
Not yet.
Gonna have to get him Gonna have to get Winston a
CPAP machine.
CPAP machine.
CPAP.
Oh, that's a dad joke right there.
That is a dad joke. I got to give you a fist pump for that one.
Yeah.
That's something I would usually do.
Exactly.
Goodness.
Well, since we don't have a lot to talk about, should we
We should probably just start.
just start? Okay. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning. This podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
Morning, DDT.
JB, how are you?
Very good yourself.
I'm good.
We are duffless this morning. Should we
Oh my
apologize
God.
for that, or should we?
No, we should not apologize
No
for being
apologies
duffless.
for that.
No apologies necessary for being duffless
No.
because, in a way, it's better.
That's a nice. Nice change.
I
don't
think
know.
I'm just gonna pull the mic out of the stand. Oh, I can't sit back because now my headphones won't.
Yeah, that's
reach.
fine. I'll move.
You can move forward.
There you go. All right, we're good.
The only thing that is his couple of fans will be disappointed in not hearing him, I guess, this week.
I think most.
They're disappointed when it's just you and I.
I think most Balkus. I think most most listeners are his friends.
That could be it.
I don't think there's a lot of other people listening.
And we haven't got much feedback from the Popinskis in Romania
No.
to say who their favorite host is on Cop Car Coffee.
I've been begging people
I
to
know.
just send us an email. Just one email. I get excited every week when I see like a little one pop up in that mailbox, but then it's always
Like a spam.
X or Twitter, right? Like some kind of update because our Twitter account is linked to that email address.
We don't have a
so-
Twitter account anymore.
No.
Duff let that one lapse.
copcarcoffee@gmail.com for all you nice people out there.
Good
Send us a hello.
Good promo there.
Where you're coming from, and if you're a friend of Duff or a foe of Duff. That's all. That's all I got. Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you for the chips, by the way. We should say that we're not coming to you from Scotty's, obviously,
No.
because
Today we're brought to you by, let's see here, loads of cheesy garlic bread flavor
chips.
by President Choice.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious ruffle chips.
Very good. We're coming to you from your man cave basement this week.
Yeah,
It's good to. I think it's good to change up locations.
no, I appreciate you coming out to here for a change.
I really like going to Scotty's, of
Nice.
course.
Yeah.
Very hospitable and stuff like that. Well, it was getting expensive every week.
Well, you also don't always feel necessarily like having a big breakfast either, right?
Oh, that pancakes though, they were good.
You like those?
Yeah, even though I had the kid size.
Yeah. Well, Duff had
He had
the
full,
the whole shebang.
Yeah, that one
that
week.
time that we were there, the strawberry pancakes or something like that.
That's why I only went for the kid size because I saw the size of that.
Yeah.
Like if you want portion size, go to Scotty's Corner Diner
Yeah.
in Bell's Corners
That's pretty
because
good.
it's fantastic. But that was a little too much for me, I think. And that's why I did not
So
get the full size.
we had to tidy up the man cave a smidge down here because my son had his
Oh, he had his birthday party over.
quote unquote
I'll just keep eating chips.
16th birthday party not last night, the night before, Friday night. And his little buddies and him, well, they're not little anymore. They're all taller than me. But They were playing Rock Band and all that, you know, and it's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm lying in my bed upstairs because essentially the vents kind of all flow up, right? And all I'm hearing is like the drums. Tick, 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 tick,
So basically, you got no sleep.
I didn't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Eventually, at 4 o'clock in the morning, like we had to shut it down. It's like, all
Oh,
right.
you came down?
Yeah. So like, sun's about to come up. It's time to go to bed, kind of thing.
Oh my God.
So they all kind of crawled out of bed around 11 or so, and I made them French toast, and
That's nice.
They seemed to have a fun time.
Was that this morning you made French toast, or yesterday?
Yesterday. This morning I made delicious egg and tomato.
Because there was nothing
sandwiches.
for me when I came here, except these chips.
Well, I made the sandwiches
great.
before we determined what the plan was. Had I known, I would have made you a sandwich as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but there you go. So those chips are courtesy of the 16-year-old birthday party.
Oh, that's why you have so many. You took out when you want some chips. You open your cabinet there in your kitchen, and there was like 14 bags of chips.
That was the request from the kids. Was like a whole bunch of different kinds of chips.
Okay.
And 2 large off-brand cola bottles.
They actually specified off-brand.
My son is actually like, he's not money savvy necessarily, but he's just, you know, like, you know, you don't need to buy the either Coke or Pepsi. Just buy an off-brand. They're cheaper.
They're definitely cheaper.
It's all the same.
I think the brand names are like 6 something, and then the no names are like 4 something. Save a couple bucks.
I don't drink pop.
Ain't
nobody got time for that.
Okay. Not even diet?
No, not really. I honestly, I'd rather have carbonated water.
So you buy the carbonated stuff. Do you buy the bubbly? The bubbly?
We do buy the bubbly and the bubbly.
That would probably be expensive. You could buy the
That adds up.
no brand name one for much cheaper.
It's not for reason of saving money that I don't drink pop. It's just I don't like the fake sugars or having a whole bunch of sugar, you know?
Oh, pops are loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah, and the diet stuff, you know, I don't know. Who knows what you're drinking?
I drink the diet stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look at the ingredient list from time to time on the diet stuff. But even like, excuse me, even like those are the chips.
You might want to get that checked.
Going through, those were the chips going through the.
That didn't
throat.
sound very healthy.
No. Yeah, you check the ingredient list, like you know, Coke and Pepsi, like they're like phosphorus in there. Phosphorus can burn the paint off anything. What it does to your stomach lining, I'm not quite sure.
Most times when you check packaged ingredient lists, it can get pretty nasty.
I better have some water.
Yes, gotta clear up the pipes of the garlic and cheesy chips.
They're really good though. What's your favorite chip? What is your favorite chip?
I would say, I think probably Miss Vicky's.
Yeah, but I'm talking flavor too.
Spicy ketchup.
Oh, there you go. Really?
Miss Vicky's spicy ketchup.
Ah, interesting. They have a spicy ketchup, eh?
Yeah, or stupid good.
Is ketchup the ketchup flavor is only available in Canada, I believe. Is it
That's
not?
what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some friends in the south of the border that actually come up just to get those from time to
Really?
time.
Eh? Those poor bastards.
They're
Can't
quite.
get
I don't
ketchup
know.
chips.
Yeah, it's really funny when you kind of assume you live somewhere and you just assume that everybody knows about product X or whatever, right? Or you go to McDonald's and it's like, well, there's the Big Mac and there's this and there's that. But then when you actually start kind of reading up on these different things, and McDonald's has like a sushi burger in Japan or something different in China. It's actually quite interesting. That
You know what they call the Whopper in France?
Is that from the
A Royale with cheese.
Yeah, Royale with cheese. That's from
Pulp Fiction.
I was gonna say Fight Club, yeah, but Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Classic line.
Yeah,
Classic.
Royale with cheese. John Travolta.
A quarter pounder is just a quarter pounder.
Yeah,
I'm going to continue eating these chips
I don't know. It sounds pretty delicious.
because they are good.
So you had a bit of an encounter last night with a young lady in your house.
Yeah. So speaking of 16-year-olds,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that your son will be driving soon.
he is pretty fired up about going to get his license. I don't know when we're going to do it. He actually turns 16 on Wednesday. So we're supposed to go skiing that day for his birthday. So for years he's been saying like the morning of my birthday we're going to the license bureau and we're going to get my license. But
Yeah.
he's like, I haven't had a lot of time to study, so let's just go skiing for the day for my birthday. So I'm
Okay.
pulling him out of school. I'm going to take him
Nice.
skiing.
Yeah. Where?
Side, we're going to go to Tremblant.
Okay.
Side note, last time I pulled him out of school to go skiing,
He broke his leg.
he broke his leg.
Yeah.
So anyway, we digress. So,
So
yes,
be careful.
He's excited about driving.
Stay safe.
My daughter's been driving for quite a few years, and she's very wise on the road. And actually, I think my son's going to be wise as well. But accidents happen, so what happened?
Yeah. So my daughter has her license. She recently got her G2, I guess.
Oh, nice.
What they do here in Ontario, which allows you to drive.
Graduated licensing, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, you could drive by yourself, which she does. I let her take the car. You know, I think we put a lot more trust. Well, she just turned 19, I guess. And I remember back to, I got my license as soon as I turned 16. Back in those days, it was it was semi-graduated license. You got a 365. That meant 365 days, 1 year, you get this license for 1 year. And then within that time frame, you've got to get your full license. So you do your driver's school and everything like that. So, yeah. On the day of my birthday, I went and got my 365 and then went to driver's school, got my full license. 16 years old, but I believe there was no way in hell my dad was going to give me the car at 16 by myself. So
No.
it took a couple of years for him to get comfortable, my parents to get comfortable to allow me to drive the car by myself, basically.
I
think I was 18 when I first was able to do that.
I think I got my license at either 18 or 19.
Although my buddies were driving to school.
Yeah, I did. I
in grade
just
11.
for some reason I guess there was just no urgency because I knew that I just wasn't going to be able to borrow the car. So on B I wasn't able to afford one, and I was biking pretty much everywhere back then. So I'd go to work on my bike. I didn't matter, kind of take the bus, whatever. I kind of enjoyed that. So it took me a long time. My daughter also very similarly had zero interest in getting her license. Ended up getting it at around 18. Anyway, so my son's fired up about getting his license. Your daughter just turned 19. She's got her license.
Yeah.
You, out of the goodness of your heart, lent her your car, and she drives by herself all over the place, as does my daughter.
Yeah.
As will my, son once he graduates to that level of his genius.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, yeah, she's been driving. She's been doing a good job, I think. Anyway, first time she had to park in our garage. So you know my garage. You've been in the garage cave.
Yeah, it could be a tiny bit tidier.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like your basement.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how you fit a car in there. Like,
Well,
I've been in there in the summer.
Yeah.
And if you came, in all fairness, if you came to my garage in the middle of summer,
Yeah.
it would be a disaster, right? There's
Yeah.
stuff everywhere. You're never getting a car in there.
No,
right?
no, I don't park the car in the garage
Then
in the
I
summer
felt
anyway.
like I spent a full weekend cleaning up, putting everything away, kind of thing.
I'm the same,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I got my motorbikes in there and stuff. But I move them
Yeah.
off to the side. I've got a double car garage, so we only have one car.
Yeah.
So I put I clean everything up. I put everything in the overheads and that sort of thing. And you can fit the car in there. Now I bought obviously I shouldn't say obviously, but I bought one of the biggest the biggest domestic sedan on the road.
It's a fairly large car.
Yeah, it's a Chevy Impala.
Are you compensating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got small feet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So it's quite a big car, and my garage. You would think that a house that was built in the early '80s would be able to accommodate a larger vehicle because a lot of the vehicles back then were larger.
But you have like a big thing built in the back, like a storage rack. And,
I do,
and
yeah.
So it probably would accommodate it easily, right?
Yeah.
If there's nothing in there,
Yeah.
right?
But it's not that wide either.
No.
I have to push in the mirror, one of the mirrors, to
Yeah.
make sure I don't rip
Yeah,
them
yeah.
off. But yeah, but there's this huge honking work table that's in there actually.
Mm.
And so it was at the back, but I had to move it off to the side in order to be able to get the car in there.
Mm.
Now it does stick out a little bit. So when you're pulling into my garage, yes, you have to go on a bit of an angle to avoid that.
Mm. Have you had this discussion with your family?
Oh, they know.
Okay.
My wife does it. Even she said she was nervous at the beginning to go through that.
You're gonna have to pick up those crumbs, eh?
Where? I don't see no
It's right in
crumbs.
front of you on the table. It's crumbs everywhere. Like, look at that.
You can vacuum
Don't
later.
put them on the floor.
You can vacuum later.
What a guy.
Anyway, so the first time, my wife's like, "What's wrong?" Oh, your headphones came out, did they? No. Oh, you're putting it on the other side. Yeah. So your mic is off now.
Just trying to be strategic so you
There
have
you
a
go.
bit more space to kind of relax and
Yeah.
lean back if you want
It's
to.
all good. So the first time my daughter went to go put the car in, I helped her. I stood in the door and I said, "Okay, off to your left a little bit and come straight and stop." And she did fine. So after that, she's been putting it in the garage. I think that was last week or the week before. No, she's only been home for a week. So yeah, last week. So, she's come home, put the car in the garage. But last night, for some reason, she didn't go enough to the left and went right into the workbench
Mm.
and put a 6-inch, 8-inch scratch on the front right fender with a bit of a dent on it, right?
Frustrating.
Yeah, so I wasn't really mad.
Did she come tell you?
She did come tell me.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife and I we're going to watch a movie, and then she came up and said, "Oh, I put the car in and I hit the workbench." And then she, of course, blamed it on the workbench sticking out and blamed me for putting the workbench there.
Which
You know.
you kind of did.
I did. But,
But you also took the time to train her and show her how to put the car in the garage.
and that's what I told my wife.
Had it
I said,
moved since the training had
no,
happened?
No,
No?
It
Okay.
hadn't moved at all.
Okay.
Oh, my phone is ringing for some reason.
Is it anybody important?
It's my wife. Hang on a second. Let's just answer that. Hello? No, I didn't get the milk. Okay, 2 Lindors. Okay. What?
You're
What?
you're on speakerphone and you're on the podcast. Hi, El.
You're on the cast. We're doing the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we interview you while you're on?
What kind of Lindor chocolate do you want? Okay. Okay. I'll get that. Okay. Bye. Don't call back. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they're live
That's funny.
phone interview. So anyway, yeah. So she's blaming me, and she blamed the workbench for sticking out. I'm like, well, you put the car in all week, and now you hit the damn thing.
What did she say to that?
Not much. What can she
No,
say? So I went in a room and I said, "Congratulations! It just cost you $1,000. That's how you learn responsibility."
Ouch.
And then my wife who you just heard on the phone, she got upset at me for saying that to her.
Well, you guys are still on talking terms apparently because she wants her chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know, I don't know how much it costs. Anything these days on a vehicle is quite expensive.
Well, you're not going to go through insurance, obviously, because that you're going to be paying for that for the next 20 years, probably.
I know, but I don't know. I mean, I'll see I guess I'll bring it in, or I could just leave it. I think if it wasn't a dent, I could probably do something about it. But I think in that instance, they would probably pull off the fender and repaint the whole fender, and that's why it would cost so much.
Yes. Yeah. They'll
You know?
they'll repaint the whole thing and match it, right? They won't blend it in and paint that spot.
No, exactly. So that's why it would.
Is it a big dent? Because you could just buy touch-up paint, just friggin' leave it as is, right?
That's not a big dent or anything. I could probably try pulling it out myself
Hmm.
with a little suction. That's what she said.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of frustrating. I wasn't mad. I know these things happened. I mean,
Well, you're not mad, but you're kind of it's like, oh crap, this is something else I'm gonna have to deal with, right?
Mhm,
And then you kind of
mhm.
react, and you're expecting initially somebody to go sorry, which kind of deflates the situation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, your daughter's probably feeling horrible and guilty as it is. You know, coming to tell you, and then
Yeah.
so she's defensive, and it's like finding reasons why it happened. You know, and it's what are you going to do? You can't control it. So have you gone back on your stance that she's going to be paying for the whole thing, or what? How are you going to handle it?
You know what they say, this 24-hour rule, right?
Yes.
What do you put in your hand in your pocket for?
I don't
Playing
know.
pocket pinball there?
Trying to be comfortable.
Playing pocket pinball?
No.
You know the whole 24-hour rule, right?
With hockey, yes,
Yeah, well, this should apply here too.
probably.
So, you know, I remember one time backing out of my dad's garage with the car. I took the mirror off.
My wife's done that.
Yeah, my wife has done that too.
I had to replace it. Thankfully, I was able to do it myself. I went
Oh.
and found one from the wreckers,
Oh, that's a good idea.
and I went and I put it back on because it was like $500 or something like that for the mirror.
Yeah,
so,
the mirror cost me about $300. Plus, it was a heated mirror,
yeah.
so
So what happened with your dad when you took the mirror off?
I think he did yell yell at me.
Yeah,
I think he was pretty angry.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's understandable. But did you pay for it?
That I can't recall.
No.
I don't remember if I paid for it or not. He might have done the same thing. Got out, knowing my dad, he's cheap. He would have gone out and to the scrapyard and found one and put it on himself.
I think you'd remember if you had to pay, right? Because, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I probably would remember.
I would think so.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think back. I remember doing it. Remember him being quite angry. Me being apologetic.
So I see you're softening a little bit there. Are you going to change your stance or what? How are you going to approach it? Are you going to go back
Well,
home
maybe
and say,
maybe I will charge her.
you know what, hon? I was, you know, it's an accident. I understand. You know, it's tough because the bench is there and everything. But, you know, it's just important that, you know, you need to be paying attention to what you're doing in life and stuff.
Yeah.
And I understand. But, you know, I'll cover it. But, you know, you just got to be careful.
Yeah.
Be a bit more careful.
Well, that's it. Yeah, and my wife's like, well, she drives well out there, outside. And I'm like, well, that's good. Thank God for that.
It's challenging. Like my garage, like, you know, I have, as you know, as you do, multiple years of experience driving, and I have to be very conscious when I'm backing out of my garage, when I'm taking the pilot out of there or the van out of there, like to not rip a mirror out, right? Because you're focusing on 60
Yeah.
different things. Okay, the snowblower's right there.
Yeah.
There's like the shovels on this side.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, that side of the garage, I'm good. I got to check the other side of the garage. Like, I always have to be conscious of that.
Yeah.
And now, because we have that third car, you know,
Yeah,
in the
you're
morning,
like a
I don't
used
know.
car dealership.
I don't know if anybody's parked behind that specific door or back. So then I got to be careful of that. Like, you know, you're having to watch 65 things, and at the same time, you're thinking of something else. So it's easy to be distracted. So I don't typically get my daughter to put the cars in the garage just because she doesn't have that same experience. So
No, but I think at the same time, though, in order to improve their driving skills, these are things that they have to do.
yes,
Right.
I agree.
These are, you know, they have to learn how to maneuver in tight spaces.
And
Like
she's had to do it, but you know, typically her car stays outside.
Yeah, so it's like you know, going into a parking lot. And so I said to my wife, well, what would she have said if she pulled into a parking lot and then tried to get into a tight space because there's no other spaces, and she hit one of the cars, and she'd be like, oh, well, the two cars are stupid close together, and they were parked way too close together, and it's just, they're dumb. You know what I mean?
But
That's exactly how she sounds, by the way.
I've spent a lot of time with your daughter. She does not sound like that. But I get your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we coached on hockey teams quite a bit with her and stuff. So anyway, your initial reaction is to blame, right? I think that's just normal.
Well, I just don't want to let her off the hook like, oh, it's okay, you're learning. No. It's like, no, you have to pay attention when you're driving all the time.
Yes.
Whether you're pulling into a garage or pulling into a parking space, it doesn't absolve you from just because you didn't crash on the road.
But we've all screwed up.
Yeah.
My thought on that one, I think, would be, depending on what it is, obviously, my thought on that would probably be like, I'll cover you. We'll take care of this. But then, you have to remember, like, if this happens when you have your car later on, like,
Wow.
you're going to be highly disappointed, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're going to have paid a lot of money for your car.
Yeah.
And then, you're going to have to make a decision if you can afford to fix it or not. And those curveballs happen, right? And you got to
Yeah.
be ready for those. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, it was my wife then trying to make a case for her buying her own car. But, as we know in today's market, I think we discussed this before, that basically the price of any used car these days, and I priced one out. I said I wanted to get an insurance quote for my daughter if she had her own car.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I couldn't find anything less than $5,000. You're like, oh, I'm gonna just buy a shit box or whatever, and that'll be fine for her to learn. But there was nothing less than I should say about $4,000 that was any decent. So I saw a couple of 2012-ish Chevy Cruze, the smaller.
Yeah.
And they're, about $4,500.
But you also don't want her
10-year-old
driving
car.
around in a lunchbox, right? Like, there's a balance between safety as well.
Yeah, I mean,
in
all
my
the
mind, right?
all the later model cars are going to have safety features and stuff like that.
Like,
right?
that's why we ended up, we were going to sell the Sportage, but now
Yeah.
we're holding on to it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, every single car we have is an old car, and we're throwing money into them. But
Yeah.
looking at the price of new vehicles and the interest rates and
Yeah.
the price of used cars, like, it just makes sense to throw
Yeah.
the odd $1,000 at it, right, to try
Yeah.
to keep it on the road.
Well, you just
So-
did that with your old Honda.
Well, yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right. I have a 2010 Honda Odyssey, and it was pricey. you
Yes.
know, brakes all around, and
Yeah, 13-year-old vehicle with 200 and what?
yeah,
200 and what?
245,000.
Yeah, and you're
kilometers.
spending.
I spent a few thousand on it this
Exactly.
year for sure.
Is it even worth it? You're almost throwing good money after bad for that.
But think about it, right? So if
But
I,
yeah,
if I go
buying
buy,
something new, yeah.
if I go buy like I don't know, a used Honda Odyssey, and I have to pay $50,000 for it, and I'm financing it, I'm paying, $400 or $500 a month for God knows how many years.
Yeah.
In this case, if I extrapolate that to I've spent $2,000 on this car,
Yeah.
which you're gonna have to pay maintenance on a vehicle anyways, right?
Yeah.
But in that point, I'm paying $100 a month, $180 a month.
Yeah.
So it's still way cheaper.
Yeah.
So,
Until the engine blows up and then.
well, that's a
Yeah.
different story.
Yeah.
But these cars are typically, they'll go 300, 350,000. So we'll see.
Yeah, so, just getting back. So I found like a Chevy Cruze, 2012. It was about $4,500. It looked like in decent condition, not very high mileage for the year for a 10-year-old car. So I sent that off to the insurance for the quote for my daughter. It came back with the cheapest was $2,700.
Did you just burp on the podcast?
No.
I thought there was a background
there was
burp
a-
that was happening there.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What if I did burp on the podcast anyway?
I think there's really nobody really cares anymore.
No, exactly.
Nobody listens.
After the first minute when we said that Duff wasn't here,
yeah,
then
all his
then
buddies just shut it off.
tuned
Yeah,
tuned out.
We're
of
done.
Yeah, exactly. The only person that might listen to my son and my brother, maybe.
There you go.
Anyway, so $4,500 for the car, $2,700 for insurance. So you're over like $6,000 right there, almost $7,000 just to get into the vehicle, a used vehicle that's 10 years old,
Yeah.
11 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm telling that to my wife. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. Where's she going to get that money? Where are we going to get that money?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like to pay that for her to get her own car. Well, I didn't buy my own car until I went to work and saved up my money for it, and then I paid about $2,500 for my first vehicle
Yeah.
back in '88 or whatever, '89. My wife sees it a bit different because her dad bought her vehicles.
Mm.
They weren't like super high end. I think she had like a little Ford Fiesta at one point.
Ouch.
Yeah, but she loved that car. Apparently, in Sudbury weather at -40, it started
all the time.
all the time, even before the other better cars. But yeah, like it's just we can't justify that cost for $7,000. Then the maintenance and the gas and all that stuff. Like, who knows what you have to put into it?
We already had this car, right? So it was
yeah,
like
you were planning to get rid of.
we bought a new one, and
Yeah.
we're like, you know what, we'll sell this one, but it just made sense. And I shopped around so many insurance companies, and we were able to find something that was decent. I think it was like an extra $1,000 a year for my daughter to be fully insured.
Well, yeah, like
because
yeah.
it's a third car, right?
Yes.
So I can't put it under my name. I
Yeah.
can't put it under my wife's
Yeah,
name.
it has to go
We
under her
own the
name.
car, but from an insurance perspective, it
Exactly.
has to go. She's primary driver on
Exactly.
that car.
Yeah.
So it's like it's surprisingly we ended up finding a fairly decent deal.
That is a good deal. Who's that with? Can you say?
I don't know. Can we say we're not
Can we say?
sponsored? Yeah, it's
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Desjardins.
Oh yeah, but Desjardins, they put the little black box in your car, right? And
No.
well, you can get it, I think, right?
Well,
That's an
and
option.
a lot of insurance companies have that now, right?
Yeah.
Or you get an app on your phone.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
kinda
and they-
tracks you when you're driving.
Yeah, exactly. Whether you're a good or bad driver.
And then you get an extra rebate.
I wouldn't want
but
that.
No, I wouldn't want that either.
No way.
I don't. No.
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your rates have just doubled.
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. We noticed that you're constantly going
Yeah.
over the speed limit,
Yeah.
and
Do you have anger issues?
yeah, exactly. Last minute braking. And
Yeah.
stuff. Not only that, we've got the camera on you, and we see you giving the finger to everybody all the time.
Well, now. Goodness.
Jeez,
Like I said,
that's courtesy of Duff. By
You
the
might
way.
want to get that checked.
That's courtesy of Duff.
Is it
Yeah.
that when you guys had your little boys
Yeah,
weekend?
like he had the cough, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna give that to me, aren't you?
That was a fun trip, though, right?
It was a
you
fun
guys had
trip.
a good time, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still like 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, I'm still coughing up. Like, I feel fine. Otherwise, it's just that damn
Yeah, it's
phlegmy stuff.
lingering.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So my apologies to the. This is definitely an
Should
injurious
apologize
waste of
to
time.
me.
Sorry, JB.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Have to put up with that sound and
I
all
know.
the germs.
Exactly. No, it's going right on my mic.
Have to have the basement disinfected.
On my windsock.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So anyway, yeah. So it times have changed. You can't really afford to get her a car, but you're right. Like, she's on there. I think it costs us about $800 to have her on there as the third driver. $800 extra.
Yeah. And I mean, you just want to try to set them up for success, right? So
Yeah.
they're not completely indebted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like at one point, my daughter's like, oh, maybe I'll, I put my birthday money away and I've been working co-op and I have
Yeah.
money in the bank. Maybe I should get a car. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we're doing our best to try to help pay for her education,
Yeah.
to try to, so that once she graduates, the money that she's done through co-op or other
Yeah.
jobs that she does, or
She can keep her money.
she can try to keep her money as
Yeah.
much as possible,
Agreed.
and have some kind of a little helping hand when she moves out and finds a place. And
Yeah.
it's not easy. These everything's so expensive nowadays that you want to give them a little boost anywhere you can. And I know you guys are doing that as well, right? With school and everything like that. And it's
Yeah.
just everything's so pricey.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
Whatever.
all that to say, I think it is best. It's like, I think I got my driver's license, and I knew I wasn't going to be getting the car from my parents. So shortly thereafter, I did end up kind of buying my own car.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was actually kind of at the dealership. I was going to buy this little Chevette. Loved the Chevette.
a shit vet.
Oh my gosh, it was
Hey.
so nice.
Yeah.
It was gray with a red interior,
Oh,
like
God.
a manual, like
Ugh.
just old school. It was an awesome little car. And
Those are terrible.
I was just about to buy it. I had checked the paperwork and stuff, and it's like, I'm obviously new to this, so it's like, oh, have you looked into insurance and blah blah blah? And I'm like, oh,
You're like, what? What's insurance?
I think I was gonna pay like $6,000 or
Oh.
$5,000 or something for it back in the day, which was
Yeah.
quite a bit of money.
That
you
is.
know?
For
And-
Chevette.
And then I ended up calling a couple insurance companies, and it was gonna cost $5,000 to insure me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just because I don't
You're
think
18.
I don't think I had taken like the course. I did
okay.
one. I didn't take a driving course, but I took
Right.
the written course or something like that. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
but I was young, yeah. So the insurance was almost as much as the car.
Yeah.
So I ended up backing out, and I think like a year later or whatever, after I turned 20 or something like that, then the prices went down a bit, and I
Okay,
was able to
okay.
get one. But it was just nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
$5,000 for a Chevette
It was crazy.
insurance. Not
I-
to
no,
mention the
sorry.
price of the car.
The car was $3,000, and the
Oh, okay,
insurance was
okay.
$5,000.
Oh, okay. That sounds a bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
nice. I like the Chevettes.
I saw one time somebody shoved a V8 into one of those
They
things.
were little tanks, man.
Really, eh?
If you got a good one, like my dad had one for the longest time.
Depends on when they were built, I guess.
think
If
so.
they were built on a Monday or Friday, forget about it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Everybody wanted to go home for the weekend. Yeah, just screw that bolt on there. It doesn't matter if it's tight.
we digress.
Yeah.
So what else we got?
Well, nothing really, but you know what I wanted to talk about, actually?
No.
Dad jokes.
Oh, God.
Like I made one off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a big dad joke guy, aren't you?
That's kind of my MO.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's just seems to be the things that I do, and most of them are cringeworthy.
I think all of them are
The kids
cringeworthy.
used to really like it, but now at this point, I think my daughter's kind of back on the dad joke bandwagon, but my son's kind of had enough of it now. I make them when his kids, his friends
His
are
buddies
around.
are- oh,
His
God.
friends are around. Or
Oh,
we're in the
that's
dressing
bad.
room and
Oh,
the with the hockey team and stuff, and he's just kind of shaking his head, and it's like, don't laugh, you're encouraging them.
That's funny.
But yeah, I like dad jokes.
Hit us up with some of your best dad jokes.
I don't know. They just
They just kind of come to you.
they just come to me. Yeah.
I was giving you guys a few dad jokes.
Well, you and me and Duff had to have a big conversation about what's a dad joke, because you had the inappropriate kind of, that's what she said, and you'd say, oh, dad joke. I'm like, dude, that's not a dad joke. A dad joke is where like
That's not a dad joke?
5-year-old giggles,
Yeah.
not like a 40-year-old man squirms.
Squirms.
Yeah, and I think you figured it out now. I think
Mm.
you get the dad joke, and then you get the inappropriate adult humor jokes.
Yeah. So, you know that app Waze?
Yes,
Yeah.
for to find out. Yeah,
Yeah, for directions. You know.
yeah, I've heard about it.
But it's cool because you can pick different voices that come on.
Mm.
So I picked the dad joke voice.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
it is hilarious, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't use that app at all.
I started to use it in
I
the
don't
morning.
I don't even know. How do you spell that? Is it
WAZE
Z-E
or
okay.
ZE, if anybody in the States is listening.
Mm.
Which they're probably not.
Is that a free app?
It is.
I don't think I have that. I'll have to download it as you're talking. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so I picked the dad. Like, I've been using it in the morning because I wanted to see if it got me through traffic a lot better.
And
I would say no
okay.
in some ways, but yes in some ways. Sometimes it sends me right into the friggin' middle of, like, rush hour traffic on the 417 here in Ottawa, Canada.
Oh, apparently I do have it.
Yeah. You can decide. But it comes up with these, like, doozies.
Do you have to log in, or can you just use it? Medic.
I think you have to. I think you have to log in. But anyway, and so as you're driving along,
Do you want to know? It's asking me. The last thing that I've entered in here was Costco in North Miami Beach.
oh Jesus,
So apparently I've used it in the States once, but
Yeah.
that was about it.
yeah,
It appears I'm going 8 miles per hour right now.
somebody stole your car.
I don't know.
Should go out in your
9,
driveway and check.
10. Well, that's weird.
It's maybe because you're rocking back and forth
I don't know.
in that rocking chair.
Yeah, my dad's rocking chair.
Very nice, vintage.
He that was his thing.
You like to rock?
He loved rocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Voice and sounds. Let's see.
Yeah. Go to the dad joke. one.
Waze voice. Is there a dad joke one really?
Yeah.
Pop star, biz, survival.
I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can call it up here.
Oh, there it is. Dad joke.
Let me see if I can call it up quickly.
Well, let
And I'll
me,
just put in a direction.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see who gets to do it first.
Yeah.
Plan a drive. Let's
Where
see.
to? I'm gonna say home.
I'm gonna try to go to.
Get your gas in gear and let's go.
That's a dad joke voice.
Yeah. Why is it? It's not working.
Dead air.
Oh, it's connecting to GPS. Maybe I can't get Oh yeah. It's gonna take me 12 minutes to get to my house from your house. No. I'll try another one here.
Okay, let's go. Or if you're a frog, I should say, hop in.
Oh gosh. Make like a tree. Make like a tree and leave.
Yeah. So the jokes I've been texting to you clowns,
That's from there.
it's from that. What?
Aw.
So like it was like one of them was like.
I was thinking it was all original material. And
No,
you'd been,
I'm
you'd
sorry.
been
I gotta own up.
You'd been converted to dad jokes.
Yeah. Well, I have sort of.
Mm.
What was the one I said about? Why did 2 separate from 0?
I forget.
Someone got in between them.
Oh gosh.
What did the what did the what was it? What did the driver say to the? What did the driver say to the banana?
I don't know.
Let's peel out of here.
Oh, jeez. That joke is not making me peel very well.
Oh God.
There's another one called which is what happened when 19 fought 20?
I don't know.
21.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah. Why was 7 afraid of, or 8 afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9, yeah.
Yeah, but there's another one there's something similar that goes with that one too.
Yeah, there's something else.
Yeah.
I like a good dad joke. They're just friendly, they're innocent, you can kind of throw them everywhere,
Yeah.
into a room and nobody's really usually going to be offended.
Usually.
Usually.
Well, they're offended at the joke because it's so.
it's a
so
groaner,
lame.
right?
Yeah.
But you tend to kind of have to giggle anyways because it's so stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fun.
But yeah, the Waze one is just it. Sometimes it goes, it does the old come on, that's funny, come on.
Oh, it kind of tries to egg you onto its
exactly.
own joke.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cute from the app itself. Like it says, if there's a red light camera, it says red light camera spotted ahead. If you don't get caught red-handed.
Oh god,
Yeah.
that's
You know.
hilarious.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
How's
So.
the rest of the family enjoy that when you're using it?
I haven't used it in the car with them.
No.
No.
So what are you guys doing for holidays, for Christmas?
Well, you made the transition pretty fast there.
Yeah, I thought it was time to move on.
Yeah, the dad jokes weren't very funny, were they?
Well, no, they were good. Just I think we beaten that horse.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear that.
No.
Yeah. Holiday-wise, heading up to the Sudbury,
Big Nickel.
the big nickel. Yeah,
When are you guys heading up?
Saturday next.
Nice.
Yeah,
How many days you spending there?
3 days. Gonna enjoy a lot of the mother-in-law's cooking. I'll make sure I send some pics for you guys.
Yes, we always enjoy seeing that. Living
Yeah.
vicariously through your
We're living what?
your vicariously.
Oh, I thought you said vicariously.
I probably said it poorly.
Yeah, vicariously. What's vicariously?
Vicariously, I have no idea. I'll have to Google that.
Fact check.
Yeah, no, there's always like really nice meals there. So
Yeah,
I
you just did a no. By the
yeah,
way.
no, yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah,
Another thing we
No.
talked about.
a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
Interesting. You didn't ask why I have a big log in my basement.
What did Mr. Spock find in the toilet?
You already told me that
The
one.
captain's log.
Yes,
Why did Tigger look in the toilet?
to see the poo.
To find poo.
Yeah. Jeez. See, that's the problem. If they make you laugh more than they make the
That's a dad joke.
yeah,
Yeah.
make somebody else laugh, then it's like it's usually a dad joke.
Yeah,
It's like you crack yourself up.
exactly.
Oh well.
So why do you have a big log in your basement?
Well, it's from the lot. We cut them up, and it's just a really nice oak tree that I cut.
It looks
so
heavy.
It's super heavy.
Yeah.
I had to move a whole bunch of those on the lot, but essentially I'm trying to dry it out, and then I'll kind of sand it a little bit, varathane it, and it's going to be like a little showpiece in the house. We have another one in the front entrance, which I'll show you when you're heading out. That I got from my brother-in-law's lock. That one we have to talk about the voicemail message noise there. Message. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna refinish that. You know me, and I like sanding countertops and sanding boards and cutting boards and all that stuff. So I'll be sanding that at some point next summer.
Yeah. You do like that stuff, eh?
Any work emergencies?
No,
No, we're good.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean it'll look nice when it's done.
Yeah, it should be nice.
It's quite the stump.
It is quite the stump.
Yeah.
That was a big tree. And that's like one of the smaller branches of it,
How
too.
old do you think that would be?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Probably.
Poor thing that you chopped it down.
That was during the Derecho.
Oh, that came down during
Yeah,
the derecho?
That came flying down on our lot. Big tree. Like, that's not even towards kind of the bottom. It's just a really, really big tree. But, yeah, it was sad. It uprooted the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah, no. Well, it's, yeah.
Does it make good firewood?
It probably would. It just takes a long time to dry those out, right?
Yeah,
Before you
yeah.
can actually kind of cut them up and
Use
But-
them?
yeah. I have like a whole bunch of trees at our lot that have been knocked down during the kind of the excavation work and road work and stuff. So I'm gonna have to find some time this winter to head up there and cut more up. But a lot of the other stuff that we have are coniferous trees, and they're not great for firewood because they can kind of gum up stuff.
Right.
Anyway, we digress.
Yeah, that was exciting.
What else is going on?
Nothing, but
so you're going to the big. So you're going to Sudbury, and we are in town.
Yeah.
Going to be spending some time with the in-laws for Christmas. But then,
Nice.
in our case, we're heading to.
Oh, you're into Florida, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna go
Yeah.
visit my family in Florida,
Nice.
and gonna go spend New Year's Eve in Florida.
Nice. You driving?
We're flying this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're flying for
Wow.
a change. So I don't remember the last time I flew to Florida.
Are you
actually
taking the red high? Red high.
The red high, yes. Yeah. I don't know if it's red, but it's going to be high once it takes off, yeah.
The red eye? Don't
Ooh.
get caught red-handed.
Oh! No, so the cheapest flights we could find, because it is a really
You're not
kinda
going
high
Flair
price.
Air. That's Duff's favorite airline.
We are driving to Syracuse,
Oh,
and
right.
we're
Oh,
flying.
you're doing that again.
Allegiant, I think.
Who?
Allegiant, I think.
I've never heard of it.
Allegiant
It's like
Air?
some under-the-table airline.
Must be
Yeah.
U.S., some kind of U.S. airline. But yeah, so we're driving to Syracuse, and we're taking off from there. And myself, my wife, and my daughter, my son, and my daughter's boyfriend.
Oh, you bring the boyfriend, eh?
Yeah, he's coming with us. It's going to be some quality time. We're going to spend New Year's Eve there, which
Did you
is,
pay for his ticket?
which is nice. We have, and we will.
Oh, that's so nice.
So his birthday, he just had a birthday not too long ago, and Christmas. So, again, we're trying to help the kids along and give them some life experiences when we can. So yeah, we're gonna pay for his ticket.
So I mentioned that we're going to Italy next summer, right?
yes,
Yeah. Did I mention that my daughter's boyfriend is coming?
is he?
Yes.
Okay. So if they're not together anymore by that time, am I able to kind of jump on that ticket and go with you guys?
I guess because I'll have a ticket. I'll have to change the name though.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Count
I don't
me
know
in.
how much. Just pay the name change fee.
Hopefully, Stewie.
Stewie, yeah.
Hopefully Stewie will still be able to go, but yeah, otherwise I'll gladly jump on the trip and go to Italy with your family.
He was complaining about how much it cost for the plane ticket to go there.
Yeah. How much was it per person?
Just under $1,800.
That's not bad.
But
But when you're 19 years old and you're working at, I don't know where he works,
yeah, GameStop.
you're not making tons of money.
Actually, he's going back into landscaping.
That probably pays better.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, he was complaining about it. And he was like, my budget is like $3,200. I said, well, it's great. You can be able to get over there, but you won't be able to eat.
whose budget?
His budget.
to go to Italy?
Yeah, for 3 weeks.
That's not bad. That's good money.
Well, over half of it is going to the trip, like plane.
Okay, so he's paying his own ticket.
Oh, I'm not paying for his ticket. No way.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I should.
Are you paying for part of it?
No.
Dude.
No. He
You're
wants
so-
to come.
You're so hard.
What do you think I am, made of money? I got to send my daughter to school in the U.S.
You got to be a bit of a softie sometimes. You got to help out. Christmas
No.
is here. His birthday. He's got like what, one Christmas and 2 birthdays before you guys go to Italy. You should
2 birthdays.
I would say I don't know when you going.
July. End of July.
So
beginning of
So
August.
when did you buy your tickets? It was
Last month.
last month. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you got Easter, you got Christmas, you got New Year's Eve, you got his birthday. So I would say you got to pay for part of it.
No. I'm not even paying for, well, I paid for my oldest son's ticket, I guess. But he's paying for all his food.
Yeah, you can't do it all. It's all on a gradient scale, right?
I'm giving him time to pay me back, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, like I said to my daughter, so when's your boyfriend going to pay me back for the ticket? I don't know, talk to him.
Oh,
You know.
ouch.
It's like, okay, well, I'll give him time to pay me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid for the ticket.
Okay.
So he can save his money.
That's good. That's very nice of you.
Yeah,
Um,
like I could say, hey, Stewie, I need $1,800 right now.
Yeah,
I could do that.
because you've already paid for it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that out of the goodness of your heart, at some point or another, you're going to forgive part of it for him. Do you buy him anything for Christmas?
Should I?
Typically?
Well, this is their first Christmas together.
Then, of course, you should, yes.
Oh, Jesus.
So I would say, like, however much you would spend on his Christmas present, just say, you know what, like, take $150 off
I
that
probably
ticket.
would spend like $30 on his Christmas present. So
Right.
here, Stewie, here's your Christmas present. Take $30 off the price of the $1,800 ticket.
Nice.
You owe me $1,770.
So this ticket, I don't know how much it costs. I think it cost us all, like, I think it was $500 each to go to Florida and back.
That's not bad.
So, his birthday just happened and Christmas is happening. So we're covering the ticket.
That's very nice of you.
So we're
Very,
doing that.
very, very nice. You scratching your...
No, I'm scratching my leg. It doesn't go down that far. But I would say,
There's still chips left.
you take something off there.
I don't know.
You've coughed all over those chips, man. You're taking those home, or you finish them. Pick up the crumbs, dude.
I didn't see where that one went.
Find it.
Don't worry, I'll find it.
Oh, for God's
another
sakes!
one.
It's the first day with your new mouth.
We will clear you off the floor.
Yeah, exactly. So what else do we have? Do we have any other
don't-
topics? Do we want to
I
talk
don't-
about the Sens?
No.
That's bad. Like it's so bad. They're either like really winning or really losing.
I don't know what's going on with them. It's bad, and they won't make a coaching change, which they, I think, definitely. I don't know where those went. Holy jeez. I'll find it after.
Yeah.
It won't make a coaching change. Even though they're a couple games below 500 now. It's pretty bad.
Oh, one of my
It's
kids
actually
are up.
pretty bad.
I can hear my dog running around.
Hmm.
He was really nice to you. He didn't bark
he was,
at all.
yeah.
Winston barked at me. Remember?
He barks at everybody.
I
though.
got there. Well, so does my dog normally. Bauer barks at everyone. But,
Yeah.
I guess I mentally prepared him.
Yeah.
Because he was in a deep sleep. And usually if he's in a deep sleep,
And he hears it.
he won't necessarily hear. And then he'll lift his head up. And there's
Yeah.
like, shit's about to happen. And he like loses his mind and
He
starts
starts barking.
barking like crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I guess I kind of mentally prepared him. I had the garage door open. And then when you walked in, I said, what did I say? I forget what I said.
Said, Bauer, come and see DDT.
Now come say hi.
Come say hi.
Come say hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually come say hi means like this person's not here to murder us. So try to be nice.
Who said that I wasn't here to murder you?
I don't know. But this is also the same dog that, if he walks around the house and like let's say I put a sleeping bag where there's not normally a sleeping
Mhm.
bag, he'll start growling at it. We have like these little Christmas gnome things that
Yeah.
that like move around on a spring, like a bit like a bobblehead,
Yeah.
and he'll growl at those for days when we first take them out.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like it at all. Yeah, he's like that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are gonna go to sleep tonight, and these things are gonna wake up and they're gonna murder us all. Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's a
there was a movie like that.
that's a suspicious looking sleeping bag.
There
Yeah.
was a movie like
well,
that.
Five Nights at Freddy's, right?
That was similar, but
Don't the
no, there was another.
animatronics-
There was another one like a long time ago.
Which was what? Well, Chucky, or the
I don't
doll.
know if it was
comes?
Chucky, but I think it was like, the gnomes,
oh,
I think-
Trolls.
trolls. I think it was.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a Lanark pick, I guess.
We need to bring back the Gremlins. Gremlins. Speaking of Lanark
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the show? And I'm going
No.
completely off topic here, but Oak Island,
Nope.
The Curse of Oak Island.
No.
They are up to season 11 now,
Oh yeah.
and I just finished season 10, and I'm gonna start season 11 soon. I've been behind a little bit, but it's fascinating, man.
Is that on Disney?
That is on. Goodness, I think it's on History or Discovery. Oh, geez, dude,
Got chips all over
you're,
the place.
You're falling apart, man.
Yeah.
We should have done this remote.
There's chips all over the place.
Well, there are now.
Yeah.
It was fairly clean
It's
this
hard
morning.
to. It's hard to eat chips with one hand.
I don't understand how my son stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning with 3 other 16-year-olds.
And I managed
They
to make
ate
more
like
mess.
6 bags of chips, and you've been here for like 45 minutes, and there's freaking crumbs and chips everywhere.
Yeah.
Scary.
So anyway, we're getting long in the tooth, I think.
How long are we? What are we at?
I don't know. My MacBook shut off.
That's not good.
Nah, it's still rolling.
Can you wake it up?
Yeah, I'll get back.
We want to make sure that none of this gold is lost.
Exactly.
You know.
Well, last week I think Duff was thinking that we'd wrap up for the year. We're at 56 minutes, so I
Wow.
think it's a good
Really?
wrap-up time.
We lasted that long.
Yeah.
That's what she,
She
said.
said,
I had a feeling that was coming, and no,
"Don't get caught red-handed."
no, that's not a dad joke.
Oh.
So the holidays are coming.
Yeah. Happy holidays,
Happy holidays,
Merry
happy
Christmas,
happy
Happy New
Hanukkah,
Year,
Merry
happy-
Christmas.
Duff. We don't miss you.
There's other ones.
I know
Yeah, I don't
your-
know. What is
I
he?
know your listener
what-
misses you.
What the heck's he doing this weekend?
I
Anyways?
went to pick up his daughter.
Is that what they did?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Today, I think.
Oh, that's nice. So the
Something, I
family's
don't
back
know.
together.
Yeah. Whatever. He's not here.
No,
So this is our last show before the Christmas break.
is it though?
This is our official last show.
When are we going to be back?
I don't know.
New
Well,
Year
I'll have in the new year.
for part 2 of season 4.
For the
That's-
second half of season 4. Yes.
That's nuts. Those 3 friends of Duff's that have been listening to this show from the beginning,
Yeah.
and your brother and possibly your son.
Yeah.
We just want to say thank you, and we wish you a very happy, prosperous new year full of health, happiness, and,
Very sappy of you, JB.
all the best.
Yeah.
That's important, man. Time flies. You
That's
got to
true.
appreciate what you have.
That's true.
Find
All
the
right.
joy. I just watched a documentary this morning called Finding Joy.
Well, I'm not surprised by that.
I was biking. I did an indoor
Yeah,
bike ride because
yeah.
you were nice enough to come at noon today instead of our
Yeah.
usual like 9.
Yeah.
So I did like a 50K bike ride for an hour and 40 minutes, and I watched this documentary on Dalai Lama and
okay.
Archbishop Desmond Tutu,
Right.
and on finding joy and finding happiness in life.
Okay.
And it just inspired me. So that's why I'm feeling bad
You're
for your
feeling-
daughter's boyfriend.
no
I'm
kidding.
feeling bad for your daughter, and I'm
no
just
kidding.
kind of
You're
like
very generous with your daughter's boyfriend.
It's I'm very generous with your money.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
Christmas is coming. It's the holiday season
Yeah.
and stuff. So hey, wishing all our listeners, all 3 of them, and Duff, the best of everything for the holiday season. And we are
Same cup.
Car Coffee.
Oh, okay. We managed to go 58 minutes, almost 59.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually.
We got some chips. We didn't get snoring this time, but we got some snorting and coughing
Yeah,
and
I was-
horking and hawking. And I'm glad, like,
Coughing
I'm
up a
far
storm.
enough away from you that hopefully I don't get sick
I was
with
coughing
that.
into my sleeve.
I don't know, man. You got
Oh.
chips on your sleeve. I don't know if you coughed in there.
No, I cough.
Yeah.